Hi, this is a quick, well, not so quick, update on how to upload PST files into Office 365. I followed many help files and videos, and I found most of them quite hard work. So here we go straight away. What you need to do is come here to your admin center, home, for your user that administers Office 365. Come down to the bottom to admin centers, because the first thing we're going to do is go to the Exchange admin, because what we have to do is grant permissions, because rather strangely they don't give them as of right out of the box. So what we're going to do is grant permissions to organization management, and in here you need to find mail, import and export, which you would double click on that and press save. That will give your admin role the right to import and export PST files. Little word of caution, once you've done that, it says it can take up to 24 hours to give those rights. In reality, mine took 20-30 minutes, but go away. Once you've said it, you won't immediately have the rights to do it. So that's the first thing you need to do. Then, still in this same area, you can go to Security and Compliance, and inside here is Data Governance. If you click on there, you've got the import. You click on the import and it will give you a plus, a new import job. If you don't have the rights, there'll be a red warning message up here which will tell you that it hasn't yet been activated and could take 24 hours. But if you get to this screen and it looks like this, then you're up and running. New import job, any name. And this is where it got really confusing. The basic concept is you create a PST in your existing email. So in my case, it was an Outlook on an Exchange server, and I just copied it to a PST file. Copied that PST file locally to my machine. Now you'd think it'd be straightforward to load that PST straight into your Office 365, but no, you have to upload it to a cloud storage solution, and then the importer within Office 365 accesses the cloud to get that. It says open the companion guide. I wouldn't really recommend it. It's quite frankly useless. First thing you need to do is show network upload. This will be your link to the secure site that Microsoft has earmarked for you to upload your PST file to. And it really is as simple as you click on that, it retrieves a large file, string, which you can copy. Now here there's two ways of doing it. You can do what it says and download the Azure copy tool, which once you've done it will look like this, and we're back in the days of DOS. You then have to construct a string, which there's very little documentation for, which basically tells it where your PST file is, where you're wanting to upload it, and you give it an access key as well. I struggled with this for some time, so in the end I downloaded a very nice tool which you can just Google, Microsoft Azure Storage Explorer, which is effectively the place that the tools puts your PST. So rather than messing around with text-based entry, the easiest thing to do then is once you're on the Azure Explorer, you can open here and right click on the storage accounts and connect to a storage. And it's here that you're now able to give your unique identifying key by coming to the second option down, clicking next. They provided you with an SAS URI, which you're then able to paste into there. Hit next, and what you then end up with is an SAS attached server, blob containers, and within there is a root directory that you can use. In here, I chose to make a new folder, so we're in ingestion data, new folder, which you can call anything, like test 1 for the purposes of this. Okay, as you can see, I've now got test 1 in there as well. Currently not showing as anything. What I can then do is upload to that location of test 1. Simple as upload a file. You would then go and find your PST file, which in this case is a backup PST open. And with that, you will get your PST file beautifully stored inside that location there. What you can do at that stage, and what it recommends, is you could then load 1 to however many backup PSTs, all with unique names. So if you've got 10 employees, you'll probably label them Dave PST, Ted PST, etc., etc., so you know who they relate to. You've effectively missed out this storage tool link by doing it graphically and putting it in the Storage Explorer, but you now know your 1 or more PSTs are stored in a folder that you've called. On this one, I did originally was test. I could use test 1 and put one in there, but I would recommend one folder with many PST files uniquely named within it. Once you've done that, you're effectively quite a long way down the thing now, because what you can say is, I'm done uploading the files. It then uses an old-fashioned file to map where Office 365 goes and gets your PST file from. I'm going to use this one for point of an example. So here we have my original PST file, and all we're looking at is a set of comma delimited entries. The only one that two parts that you're particularly interested in is this second area here. You would put the folder location, which is /test or /1. Here I've put the PST file name, but if you leave that blank, it will bring all the you put the PST file name in there, sorry. And then, more importantly, you put the name and email address of the person in Office 365 that you want to upload the PST to. The other things are just set as defaults. You could then, if you had more than one PST file, you can add another one there where you would say backup 2, and that might be Phil Shepard. So he's getting his own unique PST file. You can do this in Excel. I just do it in Word and Notepad because it's easier for me. So again, you might have here Bill, etc., etc. Just so you don't get 100% confused, that will be Smith. Thompson, etc., etc. So what we're saying here is this bit is fixed. The next comma delineated is the / folder that you've put it in. The next one is the name of the individual PST file that is unique to the person that you're going to upload it to. And then you have that set of string at the end, which is what it's expecting. You would then save that CSV file, and in this instance it'd be looking for all 3 of those. And in my example that I'm using, it's just looking for one of them. So that's saved in there. You then say, I've had access to my mapping file. You'd select the mapping file that you'd want, in this case Ian. And at this point you'd validate it. If the validation takes place, which hopefully if you've got the CSV file in the correct format, and it finds the PST files, and it finds the users in your Office 365, your validate will say success, and you're then able to save. I'm going to come out of it. You'll end up with a job that's created. In my case, it's completed. As soon as you finish that, it will go through a validation process with a box still open like this. It appears to be doing nothing, but it is doing something. Once it's validated again, it will then start doing the import, which if you do a screen refresh, you'll see this progress bar moving up. And eventually you will get a completed status. Once that has happened, your user or users, depending on how many you've done, will have in their mail settings a fully populated emails from wherever they had them before, and if they were to do a new one, they would have a full contacts list. So that would work for them as well. I hope you found that this has helped. I found it a very, very, very frustrating process when attempting to use this, and I cannot recommend enough that you use the storage. Once you've got this unique storage place, it's yours for the company, so you can keep loading other PSTs in there as and when you need them. If you do find this helpful, if you've got any comments, post a like, or any thought-provoking thoughts, and I shall catch you all later.